You're listening to the John and Heidi Show, now featuring the wit and wisdom of Dan Farris.
Okay, dudes, let's walk this sucker.
On Sunny 93.3.
It's the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Mr. Dan Farris. Good day, sir.
Oh, good day. It is exciting. You know, the Minnesota Twins start their regular season. By regular season, I mean a very shortened season. In case you don't know, a regular Major League Baseball game season is 162 ball games.
Yeah, that's a lot of games.
Major Leagues this year have condensed it down to 60.
Is each game a little shorter as well, or are they still the same length?
No, they're 9 innings, John.
Well, I didn't know if they're...
Unless they're tied up at the bottom of the ninth and they go like forever, which is the great thing about baseball. There's no clocks. There's no time element.
Here's my connection to sports and that sport in particular. I went to a ball game at the Birdcage with the Canaries.
Okay.
Because I was hosting a thing called Canarioke, which was a terrible idea. It really was. Dance
rolls right off the tongue, though. No, I know you're not making it up.
We did this we were singing karaoke on the beer garden, whatever it was, Miller Lite Beer Garden, during the ball games. It was a terrible idea. But the thing that I noticed is like they'd get done with an inning, and then there was it seemed like forever before the next inning started because there's all this horsing around between the innings.
Well, minor league clubs do a lot of promotional things.
Do they do that at the big league things too, or no?
No.
Okay. Well, I was just wondering if there's
No, they'll mess around during the 7th inning stretch, and that's about it.
And again, nothing against the horsing around. That was a lot of fun. But I was like, wow, these games last a long time because all the horsing around.
Well, it's a money thing. With minor league ball clubs, it's not like they're filthy rich. And so they'll do...
And the longer they're there, the more drinks they're buying, the more food they're buying.
And those promotions are usually sponsored by a local business, and so there's money coming in. And that's kind of what you're seeing.
The people who were sitting near the karaoke area were not thrilled with me.
But yeah, karaoke during a ball game, that is an incredibly stupid idea.
This is from a guy who doesn't know anything about sports.
Amelia Earhart, born this day. Nice. You know, when you read...
That's an awkward pause there, wasn't it? For no reason.
They never found her.
No, they did. But here's the thing. Amelia Earhart, she was just really a stellar individual and a big adventurer. But when you dig into the history of Amelia and, an aviator at the advent of aviation.
Way ahead of her time.
People who were involved back then and coming right through the years are going, she wasn't a very good pilot.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Apparently, she was not. In that final voyage of hers, the navigator she brought along had some real issues, too. So there you go. As does,
we all know how that turned out.
Didn't go so hot.
Well, Barry Bonds has a birthday today. Played 22 seasons in the major leagues. Yeah. Racked up a bunch of records for home runs, which has a little asterisk by it because he may have been doping. And he may... Barry's 56 today.
Oh, nice.
Jenny from the block, J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez is 52 today.
Hey, very nice.
So there you go. Facebook, exactly 1 year ago today, and little Mark Zuckerberg agrees to pay $5 billion. That's with a B, fine for violating consumer privacy laws.
Whoa.
No, you'd think so, but that all went directly to the U.S. Federal Trade Commission, and what they did with it is anybody's guess.
Exactly.
Keep in mind, it seemed like a lot, but at the time, Facebook had a net worth, and this was pure profit laying in the bank of a little better than $20 billion. So, and that's pretty much what they do every single year. 1982, this day, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor.
Awesome song.
Rocky III.
Awesome song.
It's #1, stays there for 6 weeks. That song would go on to snag a Grammy, believe it or not.
Mm-hmm.
Rocky III, in case you don't know. With
and a Grampy.
Mr. T is Clubber Lang. And a cameo by Hulk Hogan as Thunderlips.
Oh, yeah.
Thunderlips.
What a
good stuff.
Great name for a wrestler.
Absolutely. Thank you for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Thunderlips. Dan Farris.
Thank you.
Do you pay too much for insurance? Have you looked around? Or are you too chicken? Don't be afraid to look around to see if you can find a better deal at InsuranceChicken.com. We make it super simple for you to see rates from several different companies, to see what they have to offer, all in one place. Peck out great insurance deals at InsuranceChicken.com. Is it time for you to cross the road? See if we can save you money each month at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Time now for Ranger Dan's Critter Corner.
Well, I'm rough, tough, and ready. I'm a heck of a man. Eat my beans and weenies from a frying pan.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves to wrestle bears and lasso ducks. Run over possums in my government truck.
He's Ranger Dan.
Easy. I'm Ranger Dan. Well, I loves all the campers and the animals too. If you're picking on critters, I'm coming after you.
He's Ranger Dan.
Yes, sir. I'm Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Good morning, Ranger Dan.
Happy Friday and your cute, shiny little love bug faces there. Smalls Chuck, great to see you. Heidi.
Ranger Dan.
Oh, let me back off a step or two. Stop. Drop and roll, Heidi, because you are on fire.
Yes, you are.
Toodle smoke show, if you know what I mean. You know, little Radio Rangers, let's serious up here if we could for a minute. We've been kind of whacking our way through the old alphabet and assigning that particular letter to the various critters whose name actually start with that letter, and we're all the way up to X.
Yeah.
Okay.
X proved to be, well, a little problematic, let's put it this way. But all I could really find is... well, there's a Wolverine with the X-Men.
There's not a lot of...
But the thing is, I saw this coming, and so I prepared something special, and I'm just going to call it Ranger Dan's Greatest Hits.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Hey, Heidi, were your folks terrorists? Because you're the bomb. Heidi, you remind me of a parking ticket.
This is what we're doing.
Because you've got fine written all over you. Heidi, your dad must have been a boxer because you're a real knockout. Heidi, you make me want to live in your sock so I can be with you every step of the way.
Oh, wow.
You know, Heidi, my name ain't Elmo, but you can tickle me anytime. Hey there, Heidi, I just ate a big bag of Skittles. Want to taste the rainbow? And finally, Heidi, you know I'm not really this tall. I'm just sitting on my wallet.
Oh.
That's all the time we have today, little Radio Rangers.
No critter knowledge at all.
I hope you learned something. I know I sure did. Always a good time here with Ranger Dan. Critter Corner, make sure you buy the box set. You'll get a free tote. This is Ranger Dan out. Say it with me.
Yes, sir.
Some credit cards have really high rates or big annual fees. Usually, people sign up for these when it's all they qualify for. If that sounds like you, it may be time to get a better credit card. Over time, your situation changes, and you may qualify for a better credit card. Your current card hopes you don't think about it, but our site shows you many options to see if there's a better credit card for you. Check it out for free at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
And it's time right now for a little water cooler talk with Mr. Dan Farris. What do we have today, sir?
Oh, I want to talk about this because I know you spoke to her the other day. We're talking about a young lady here in town that is spearheading, that is putting together what looks to be a pretty darn fantastic pro-police rally coming up on August 8th.
Yeah.
Her name is Allison Harris.
Yeah, very nice young lady. She was very impressed with you, by the way.
Oh, well.
I had a chance to talk to Dan. He seems like a nice guy. I was like, he seems that way when you first met him. So.
But I've been giving this a lot of thought because I get varying reports. Again, you know, my children are grown and gone. It just turns out my son a few years ago landed in Portland, Oregon. So he's in the middle of what is going on to, day 58, 59 of just continuous.
Right.
Yeah.
What appears to be complete madness.
Yeah.
And, you know, you pull all the politics away from this and all the nonsense and all the skewed reports and everything else and it all ideology. Fact of the matter is, there's a reason they call it the thin blue line.
Yeah.
Our police officers, our law enforcement agents, they really are that little shield between the general population, mainstream America, and craziness.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do not envy them their jobs. It's really hard.
Oh, goodness. There's no way I could do that.
Even on a good day.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up, all the members of my family, I did have one that was in law enforcement. My Uncle Ray was a Hennepin County sheriff in the Twin Cities, and I can remember some of his stories and whatnot. But flashing ahead, I just think it's important, not that there's, you know, that kind of, you know, craziness going on in Sioux Falls. Because
thank goodness.
There isn't. We got a taste of it a month or so back.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I think it's really important that you just show your support. You know, you just do. And to put the message out there that, you know what, we don't do that stuff in our town.
Yeah. And here's the thing that I want to say, because there are some people who are fed up with the injustice that's happened in many scenarios around the country. And I think most people will agree that's terrible that that's happened. But here's the other thing that's really sad. Many times, the good cops are being punished for what, one or two, because it's not everybody. So many of the police officers out there are awesome, amazing people who've dedicated their life to community service.
I've known a lot of them in this town. Absolutely.
Yeah. So when we're saluting the police officers, it's those people. That's who we're doing this for. And when she put this little program together, I don't think she even realized how big of a deal it was going to be. There's over 4,000 people now that have said, I'm interested.
That's awesome.
And 500 people that said, I'm going.
Wonderful.
So here's the deal. It's slated for August 8th. Starts at 1 o'clock, but you're going to have to park and whatnot. We're meeting Minnesota Avenue there. What is that? What is the cross section?
I think it's 4th.
4th? Okay. Yep. I think you're right.
It's right in front of the police station.
And if you'd like to bring flags, T-shirts, hats, whatever, and this is a plug for one of our fine partners, ABN Army Surplus. I was talking to
they got the gear, man.
Tony and Vinny and the crew the other day. They just got a brand new inventory in for flags, T-shirts, hats, stickers, buttons, stuff that just
get the gear,
symbolizes law enforcement, our police department. So
that's cool stuff.
Get it done. Yeah, you're more than welcome. There'll be a lot of great people.
Yeah.
And it's something super positive, and we're all over it. So
I've got it posted on the Sunny Radio Facebook page and the Sioux Falls News Facebook page. Here's the thing I'm having issues with. I'm trying to pin a post to the top now. I can't do that. I don't know if that's just my Facebook or if they took that away.
Maybe they took it away.
So you might have to scroll back because for whatever reason, they're making it more difficult for people to find things.
Or just reshare it.
Yeah. Oh, I could do that too. I'll do that. I'll reshare it again.
Zuckerberg's
and again.
Probably still ticked because he got fined $5 billion.
He wants me to boost a post again. No, I've got all the information on our Facebook page. Dan, thanks for coming in with that.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Going to get some entertainment news coming up in a bit. And in a moment, we're going to be visiting with Mike from Ronald McDonald House Charities of South Dakota. Going to talk about a fun event they have coming up.
We're here to make it better.
If you find that drug or alcohol problems are hitting you too close to home, you can get help. Maybe it's time for rehab. Your insurance may even cover everything. Learn more at timeforrehab.com. Get help for a drug or alcohol problem within 24 hours.
We're here to make it better.
Get more information at timeforrehab.com. That's timeforrehab.com.
Time now for our bright spot of news, brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. And today we're visiting with Mike Broderick, and he is with the Ronald McDonald House Charities of South Dakota. And you've got a fun event coming up, don't you, Mike?
Yes, we do, John. Thanks for having me on. We are doing our first ever Ride for the House SD event. It's a bike ride and scavenger hunt all rolled into one.
People can kind of do this when they have time, so it's not like I have to be at a certain place at a certain time. I have a little bit of a window to do this, don't I?
Yes, that's absolutely right. I mean, you can ride as much or as little as you want, and the event actually runs Saturday, August 1st through Saturday, August 8th.
So this is something that you're kind of encouraging people to get out, get some fresh air, enjoy themselves, have fun, and then raise money for a pretty darn good cause, too.
Absolutely. The Ronald McDonald House, we have taken care of people since 1986, and last year we had 1,101 families stay with us at one of the two Ronald McDonald houses here in Sioux Falls, and they spent 7,794 nights with us, John.
Holy cow. It's a great thing for people who are in a situation where they've got somebody in the hospital. The last thing that they should have to worry about is where in the world are we going to be so we can be close by. So this is a great organization that's helping people who really are in not necessarily a great spot.
Absolutely. I mean, the last thing you want to worry about is where you're going to lay your head or where your next meal is going to come from. When you have a sick child, you only have one thing on your mind, your child. And we try to provide a home away from home for people just to come on in and even if just for a few hours at a time, be able just to relax and get away from the stress of dealing with a sick or injured child.
Now, for somebody listening that maybe they can't quite make it to do the bike ride, is there other ways people can contribute to Ronald McDonald House Charities of South Dakota?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, we have so many different ways. We have our Meals from the Heart program, which helps us to feed our families. You can donate to the house via a program that we call 365 Giving Tree. And basically for $1 a day, $30 a month, you can provide a family with over a week's worth of lodging and meals. You can also donate a car, or The other big thing that a lot of families do is they save their pop tops from their pop cans or their beverage cans, and those really add up. And they bring them to us, they drop them off, we weigh them, we tell them exactly how much they weigh, and we thank them for their support.
That is really cool. Now, I just read about the Donate a Car, because I had not seen that. Is that a new program, or has that been around a while?
It's been around a while. It's something that we don't concentrate on, but it's a great way for us to be able to raise money.
And if people maybe have a vehicle, it doesn't have to be running. It can be a vehicle that they just want to get out of the yard. They can reach out to you and say, hey, this is where we're located, and you guys even have somebody come pick it up.
That's absolutely right. Yep, and we'd be happy to help anybody out.
Well, if you would like to get some more information on any of that, I'm sure you've got some of this on your website and your Facebook page. How do folks find you online, Mike?
rmhcsodac.org, or they can go to Ronald McDonald House of South Dakota on Facebook.
And we're going to throw a link to that on our Facebook page to make it easy to find. Let's wrap up with the details once again on the bike ride if people would like to do that. What are the dates once again, and how do I get involved?
Simply go to the Ronald McDonald House Charities of South Dakota website, which is rmhcsodac.org. Click on the Ride for the House SD link, and for $10 per person or $40 for a family of 4 or more, you'll register right online. And you do it at your own pace. And we're also doing a scavenger hunt. So each day we're going to put out some hints. You post a picture out there, and we'll give you an additional entry into our grand prize, because we're going to give away an $800 Trek bicycle and a $500 Shields gift card.
That sounds like a lot of fun. We're going to throw a link to that page where they can get all of the details. Mike, thank you again for taking the time to chat.
Thanks, John. Appreciate your help.
Again, Ronald McDonald House Charities of South Dakota, all of the information on their page, and we've got a link to that on our page, facebook.com/sunnyradio and facebook.com/Sioux Falls News. Again, our bright spot of news brought to you by Paul's Designer Showroom on Lake Lorraine in Sioux Falls. Many people have dabbled in the stock market for their very first time ever this year. If you're new to the market, but you don't want to learn things the hard way and the expensive way, I encourage you to subscribe to this free newsletter. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com. Subscribe for free. If you change your mind, just unsubscribe. Sign up for free right now at marketbeatminute.com. That's marketbeatminute.com. And it's time right now for entertainment news of the day with Mr. Dan Farris. Is that toned down enough?
I think it's you're fabulous, Johnny. Can I call you Johnny?
Yes.
Celebrities and my buddy Johnny
are fabulous.
We're going to take kind of a left here. In my travels yesterday, ran into a young lady named Kylie, who is all over the mighty Corson Art Players.
Oh, I love that
which
place.
You guys are familiar with.
Yeah, you know why it's got that name? You know what that's?
Yeah, they took it from the Johnny Carson show.
Yeah, he had the mighty Carson Art Players. So
John thinks I'm new to
I didn't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
I bet there's somebody listening that didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
The mighty Corson Art Players. And Kylie said, hey, you know what? You're on the radio. I said, yeah. She goes, can you promote this? I said, sure. Because when a lot of things aren't getting done at all when it comes to arts, culture, plays, movie theater, all that stuff is just kind of hanging there. The mighty Corson Art Players are doing, this will be the final weekend of the performance of Ada and the Engine.
Oh, nice.
Ada and the Engine. Yep, you can just go to the box office at mightycorson.com to get your tickets if you're not familiar with the story. It has to do with a British industrial revolution as it dawns, and young Ada Byron Lovelace, daughter of the flamboyant and notorious Lord Byron, who sees the boundless creative potential in the analytic engines of her friend and soulmate Charles Babbage, inventor of the first mechanical computer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so there's technology involved in this.
Yeah.
And it's a love story, and it's strangeness, and there's comedy going in there. It's a poignant, they always use that word when it comes to plays.
It is poignant, yeah.
Like a real poignant pre-tech romance heralding the computer age.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I want to go see it now. So it's this weekend?
Yeah, it's this weekend, and I want to say, I think they may be streaming this too.
Oh, wow.
So on the other hand, it's just
check it out.
Yeah, going to be, 7:30 performance, I think tonight or Saturday. Go to the website.
Okay.
All the details are there.
We'll make sure we throw that on our Facebook page as well. Dan, thank you for that report. Can I have that little page there?
Absolutely.
I want to take a peek at it. And then
theater's just cool. Always been.
It really is. I got to be a part of a performance there because they had a thing where there was a radio person, and I had to read. So I didn't have to memorize any lines. It was perfect because I was just reading something off a page like a radio person would do. So I was like reading a report or whatever, and it was just to start like the beginning of their Christmas thing. It was really cool. It was fun. And I was still afraid I was going to mess it up, even though I was literally reading from a page. Because if you ever listen to this program, you hear me mess up while I'm reading from a page pretty much every day.
No.
Dan, I got to tell you, this is my favorite entertainment news we've done in a long time because it's not crazy people. Usually, when we're doing entertainment news of the day, it's somebody
to be
from
fair,
movies.
We don't know the members of this cast.
Well, that's kind of true.
But I will say, if they're here, it's a whole different thing. Usually we're talking about people from Hollywood doing weird things.
But still, coursing. Could be a couple of clickers in there, John.
Oh, the phone's ringing. Who could that be? Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show bonus hour with Dan Farris.
If you have a credit card, we'd like to help you make sure it's the best credit card for you. Take a few minutes to look at your current interest rate and see what you get for points or perks. Then go to bettercreditcards.com to see if we can help you find a better credit card. This will literally cost you nothing, and it could help you get a better credit card. If you don't have a credit card right now, you can check us out too at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Here's your Market Beat Minute for Friday, July 24th, 2020. Despite what is fast becoming a much better than expected reporting season, news from Washington, D.C. and fear of the COVID-19 pandemic sapped risk on sentiment in Thursday's trading. From Washington, the word is that Republican lawmakers are still haggling over the details for a proposed round of economic stimulus. The impasse casts a shadow of doubt on whether the bill can be finalized before previously passed unemployment benefits expire. On the pandemic front, the spread of COVID is accelerating in several places around the world, raising doubts about the recovery. With cases hitting new highs in the U.S. daily, the likelihood of further economic damage is very real. The fear is now that July's non-farm payroll report will show a slowdown in hiring or, worse, a net job loss due to COVID-related closures. The S&P 500 was up early in the day and set a new post-correction high, but gave up the gains and more by the end of the day. You can get the inside track with Wall Street's brightest minds delivered directly to your inbox every day at marketbeatminute.com.